MaxSpeedTV would like to thank our partners here at MaxSpeedTV, starting with the Colby Eye Paints. If you're in the market for a new paint job for your car, check out Colby's Eye Paints on Facebook. Need a replica paint of your real-life car? Colby's Eye Paints has you covered. Check out Colby Eye Paints on Facebook. Also by Hershey Design. Hershey Design Company is your one-stop graphics shop. If you're in need of an iRacing paint league team or business logo, or want the logo on some sweet swag, hit up Orion at the Hershey Design Company. You can find them on Facebook by searching HERSHY Design Company. Also by the Sim Speed Shop, simspeedshop.com. You can check them out for all your iRacing sim needs. Ohio IndyCar League jumping on board this season with as an official sponsor of MaxSpeedTV. They are also accepting not just patrons from Ohio, but from all over. Also, iBog for all your iRacing broadcast overlay graphics done specifically by Jason Allison, one of the masters at it. So thank you to Jason. And also, last but not least, Wise Guys. You can check them out at Reverb Nation. That is spelt with a Z. So check them out on Reverb Nation. We would like to thank all of the sponsors at MaxSpeedTV and partners. Welcome, race fans. We are back this week here. The schedule got changed a little bit here. We're going to be at Daytona tonight with the iRacing series here for Newark. So, but helping me in the booth, I will have a couple of guys in here going to be helping me. But Joseph Lombard, of course, y'all know him. And we got a special guest in the booth here with us. Taylor Fry going to join us here for a little bit of color commentary, I guess. So, Taylor, what are you expecting to see here tonight?
A lot of great racing. If it's going to be like the season opener, it is definitely going to be some great racing here. Already during practice, see some great action. A lot of drivers supporting some amazing schemes, including our fastest driver on the track right now, supporting a 911 scheme. Is definitely going to be a great race, no doubt about it, today.
Yeah, and marking a memorial here today, 9/11, man, I'm telling you, it's kind of an eerie, kind of gives me chills, you know. But anyhow, thank you all for joining us. We appreciate it. We'll keep you up to date here of everything. We've got about 4.5 minutes left, but we're going to run down through the points here real quick before we go too far. Only 12 drivers coming into tonight are eligible for the championship. Ben Nelson being at the top of the leaderboard, 20 points ahead of second place Justin Lisenby. I know that sounds like a lot, but it's really not. That can change in a heartbeat. Lisenby 20 points back. Malad Radman 28 points back in third. Jared Darling in fourth, 30 points behind. John Barry moved up a couple positions there. He's now in fifth, 37 points back. Cody Miller sixth, 39 points behind. Will Klein seventh, 40 points back. Aaron Smith in eighth, 44 points behind. Sean Williams ninth, 48 points behind. Daniel Falkingham now dropped clear to the 10th position. He is 52 points back. Tom Mercier in 11th, 52 points behind. Anthony Emery, 58 points behind in 12th. Just to remind you, I think there's, one more race, Joseph, before they cut it down to 8?
Yeah, one more race, and that will be next week. And I'm hearing it's still going to be at Bristol Speedway next week. Now, I will tell you about the playoffs here. If you think next week's race is going to be the most important race, I feel this race is just as important than next week's race, because this race is all about survival. This race can either make or break your chances of competing for a championship. And, you know, we had a couple of drivers last week that ran into trouble at Homestead that are competing for the championship, like Sean Williams, Anthony Emery. They need some good runs tonight if they're going to be able to get on into the next round. But a win here tonight can lock you in for the round of 8. But like I said, it can break you. And the big key to this race is all about, like I said, survival. It's not a matter where the big one happens, it's a matter of when. And that's right. What we're going to definitely see. We saw it a few weeks ago at Talladega, how intense it got in the final laps. This race in the season opener was a caution-free race, not including the stage caution, but since this is the playoffs, I guarantee you we're going to have some cautions tonight, and we're going to have some drivers that are in the playoffs have some trouble tonight, but we're probably also going to have some drivers in the playoffs that's going to have a good night. And who's going to come out surviving, who's going to come out leave the track in the garage area. So it's going to be very interesting 80 laps tonight.
Yes, sir. Well, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I have a question for everybody here. There's been a lot of super speedway racing here, but my question is strategy-wise. Do you stay in the back all race long and survive the potential big one, or do you race up front and risking the cause of the big one?
I think it just depends on where you're at in the pack. I mean, you know, you're obviously going to have some drivers at the beginning of this race drop to the back, but it also depends on where you qualify. You're going to see some of these drivers that's actually going to go out with the qualifying run, and they want to race out in front all race long if it's all possible to them. But then I wouldn't be surprised you see some playoff drivers go to the back. So we'll see how this plays out. But first off, the thing is, what about the stage caution? I mean, the stage caution, what lap is it going to be on, Rudy?
Lap 35.
Okay, yeah, the stage caution is going to be on lap 35, so think about that for them. It's like, do you want to be up front, and then when that stage caution comes, try to be in that top 10 and get those valuable stage points, or do you want to just take it easy in the back for a little while until maybe around 30 laps to go? So we'll see how these drivers in the playoffs are going to, what kind of strategy they're going to be playing tonight.
Yes, sir. All right, we're going to step away real quick here and play the national anthem, folks. We'll be right back. So don't go anywhere.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light. What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, we're back, folks. We're waiting for qualifying times to come in. They just started qualifying, and like I said, Joe was talking about the first stage being on lap 35, and we were just talking about that during the break. Something to think about. Now, these cars, you can get about 40 laps on a tank of fuel. The first stage is 35. That means the second stage is going to be 45. Can they make it? Is somebody going to try to stretch it without making a stop? If they have a caution, it could change everything. You might not see anybody come down pit road. Tires are really not a big issue here tonight. You might see people taking 2 tires on a pit stop. So there's a lot of strategies that are going to be played out here. A lot of what I like to call them mind games.
Oh, absolutely. You're going to be seeing quite a bit of that tonight. And I was just talking about, what about some of the playoff drivers? Are they going to be wanting to race out front all race long if possible, or will some of them go to the back early on and then show up towards the end of the final laps of this race? Oh, and what about the stage caution coming on lap 35? Is anybody going to come down pit road before that pit road closed with 2 to go till the end of the stage? So a lot of strategy is going to be playing tonight. And definitely survival needs to happen for a lot of these drivers tonight as well.
I know it. It's going to be a barn burner. I'm telling you. I tried to get them guys talked into doing another Nortona, and because that one was just an absolutely amazing race. You guys can go back on my YouTube channel and find it in the Nork playlist. That was an amazing race. It was so much fun. And did you know you were in it? You were in it, Joseph. I can't remember who did help me. Somebody helped me in the booth on that, and man, it was just amazing.
I know you had somebody else, but it didn't start with Joseph. That's for sure. Well, if we look, I'm looking at qualifying times right now. Femi Olat has the fastest lap, 48:08. Not too bad. The highest playoff driver right now is Jared Darling. He just moved up to the second spot, just barely missed the pole by 1/1000 of a second. Yeah. And then you got Daniel Falkingham and then Justin Lisenby, top 4.
Yeah, Ben Nelson's clear back to 8th. Oh, there, Malad Radman just took the pole.
Oh, there's the tie.
Oh, yep. My.
And Malai Radman, remember at Talladega a few weeks ago, he started on pole as well, but unfortunately he got caught up in a late race accident. So we'll see if he can make it all 80 laps tonight.
Now, you know what? I'm going to say this. That's the first time I've seen a tie for the pole. I've seen ties back throughout the field, but I've never seen a tie for the pole. That's pretty amazing.
Very close times. Equal times.
All the races that I have broadcasted, that's the first one I've ever seen.
First to third is only separated by 1/1000th of a second.
I know it. That's crazy.
Yep. top 4, two thousandths of a second. But yeah, but we're gonna see some good racing. How about Femi Olat? He's not in the playoffs, but he wants to go out here and win this race. You know, of course, the drivers are not in the playoffs. We had a driver that won last week. We had Freddie that won last week. He wasn't in the playoffs, but he went out to win. So, it's not just playoff drivers we have to watch out for. It could be anybody. And remember, Jared Darling won this race a few weeks. Won at Talladega a few weeks ago. But we've seen drivers that are not in the playoffs go out and get some wins as well. So I have to keep an eye on everybody tonight.
All right, well, Malad Radman taking the pole. Let's run down through the qualifying order here. All right, the MaxSpeedTV starting grid. Malad Radman taking the pole, actually tying Femi Olat there. Front row, totally tied on times, 48.087. But congratulations to Malad for taking the pole. Femi starting on the outside of the front row. Jared Darling in third. Daniel Falkingham will start fourth. Justin Lisenby fifth. Bobby Cheney sixth. Tyler Ducharme 7th, Ben Nelson in 8th, Sean Williams 9th, and Scott Ramler rounds out the top 10.
Eric Hall will start in the 11th spot. Then you got Cody Griffin that starts in 12th. Ariati was so close to winning last week at Homestead Miami Speedway. He tried to send it in, spun out in the final corner coming to the finish. He ends up 13th. Elijah Drew Garcia starts 14th. Keen Jones will start 15th, and then Chuck Sweeting will start 16th. Brandon Buzak 17th, and Tony Hilbrand was the last driver that made a qualifying time. He will start in the 18th position. And then Will Klein 19th, and last week's winner at Homestead Miami Speedway, Freddie De La Rosa, will start in 20th.
All right, Tom Mercier 21st, Cody Miller 22nd, John Barry 23rd, Spencer Owens 24th, Terrell Baker, my old buddy Terrell, back here 25th, Caden Henry Oaks in 27th, James Coulibaly 28th, Corey Ott 29th. That rounds out the field. A lot of non-qualifiers.
Yeah, it's obviously several drivers are opting to take to ride in the back. Like, you got a few playoff drivers like Will Klein, Tom Mercier, Cody Miller, John Barry. Those 4 drivers that are in the playoffs, they're riding in the back to start this race. So it's probably a good call for them. Just ride around, just let these laps go down, wait till we get to the first stage, and then we'll get ready to go for the final stage.
All right, they're warming them up. They're raring to go. Well, I'm glad that they did change this. Although I think it would have been pretty cool to see him go at Watkins Glen. I do like that track, but they said this car is very difficult to drive on that track, so this will be a much better race, I think.
Yeah, drivers I'm going to be watching out for tonight is Jared Darling. He won a few weeks ago at Talladega, came on with the win there. What about Cody Miller? He's starting back in the 22nd spot. He actually won the season opener here at Daytona. Will he sweep both Daytona races? And he's part of the playoffs too, so be watching out for him. But definitely a few other drivers definitely be looking out for tonight. I would say everybody. This is everybody's race. Anybody can win this race as long as you're able to survive.
That's right. That's going to be the whole thing in the nutshell right there. All right, well, Joseph, you want to get them going?
Yeah, it sounds good. So I want to thank all of you for tuning in tonight here on MaxSpeedTV. Going to enjoy the second race of the playoffs in the Nork iRacing NASCAR Series here at Daytona National Speedway under the lights. It's going to be exciting 80 laps around the 2.5-mile super speedway here at Daytona National Speedway. Malad Radman is going to start on the pole with, on the outside, Femi Olat. Those two will lead the field down to the green flag. We're going to have some great races tonight. 28 drivers, or I should say 29 drivers, looking to take the checker flag. Who's going to survive? Which playoff drivers survives here tonight? And which playoff drivers are going to have some trouble? Thanks for joining us tonight, guys. Hope you enjoy some racing. The pace car is off, and we are set to go, and the green flag is in the air. We are underway here at Daytona National Speedway.
Femi Olat right there on the outside looking for a little help from Daniel Falkingham. As they get it all sorted out. Boy, a lot of people dropped to that inside line already.
Yeah, it seemed like the inside lane, I mean, we saw at Talladega that both lanes were actually working pretty well, but yeah, a lot of drivers going to the bottom racetrack, and obviously a few drivers are probably even going to drop to the back of the field right about now, but yeah, you only got 3 cars on the outside lane, but Malad Radman going into turn number 3 has to lead, and Jared Darling right behind him in second.
Yeah, now he wants to lead that first lap and get the bonus point. He's third in the points, 28 points behind, so he needs to get a lap led and get that bonus point under his belt. Now he can kind of breathe a little sigh of relief and just set himself his goal to try to win the stage and win the race here tonight. Lead the most laps, get the maximum amount of bonus points he can possibly get here.
I would like to report that the 55 of Corey Ott started on pit road, so he is out of the pack, and the lead pack will definitely come up in lap 8 relatively soon. Keaton Jones also didn't start the race, so as of right now, there's 26 in the lead pack.
Wow, man, Tyler Ducharme just got all over the back bumper of Femi Olat. I mean, Femi Olat was in the outside lane. Tyler Ducharme moved up, and I thought Tyler Ducharme was going to knock the back bumper off Femi Olat there. And look at this. Here comes Justin Lazenby to the outside. He's got Benjamin Nelson following him. He's got a good run on the outside. He's wanting to take the lead.
And he wants to get that bonus point.
Get help on the outside lane. He'll definitely be more dominant than the inside lane. That is for sure.
See, the thing with the outside lane, you're going to need a lot more cars up there. You can't just do it with 3 cars. Although, if you get enough run, it would possibly work. But, and here's the thing about this. Some of these drivers that are driving the Chevys, they're driving the new Chevy Camaro ZL1s that came out of iRacing last week. So this is the first race for the North Series with these cars. And I have seen that these new Camaros have done well in the draft. The side draft is pretty good. Handles well on restricted plates. So we'll see how the Camaros can do tonight.
Well, Lazenby led that lap, so he got a bonus point. Very good. And then he kind of backs it down just a little bit. Now, Tyler Ducharme drops it to the bottom. He helped Ben Nelson and Lazenby get up there to the front, and now he takes it underneath them, and he's going to pass up Lazenby, and Tyler Ducharme goes to 4th.
Yeah, and you know, I consider the big 3 drivers in the playoffs is Malad Radman, Justin Lazenby, and Benjamin Nelson. They were all up there in the top 5 at one point, but Justin Lazenby and Benjamin Nelson, the only 2 I see on the outside right now. It's dropping back. When is Jared Darling? What about Femi Olat, Tyler Ducharme? Are they wanting to ride around right now behind Malad Radman, or are they wanting to make some moves? Does Jared Darling wants to lead lap to get a bonus point as well? Because 1 point can make a difference from making the next round or not. Here comes Femi Olat to the outside, and Tyler Ducharme following him.
It got called for at least 2 to 3 laps, and now it looks like the outside lead is starting to pick up some cars.
And Jared Darling a little bit squirrely right there in the corner. I know the guys were talking about these cars being a little squirrely in the corner when somebody's side drafting here or right close to the back end and you're in the draft. They get a little squirrely. They're a handful.
Yeah, that's something we got to keep an eye out on tonight as well. It's just how will these cars run in the draft? How well are they going to run with the side draft and the drafting as well? I mean, they are pretty good, I will say, but it can make your car squirrely. So very interesting to see as Femi Olat still trying to hang tight on that outside lane. But here comes Daniel Falkingham. Had a unfortunate run at Homestead Miami Speedway, getting involved in the crash. He wants to recover tonight. He's got a long way to go to try to make the next round. He's either got to win or hopefully other playoff drivers got to have troubles.
Tyler Ducharme, a little bump draft there on Femi Olat, giving him a shot ahead. That's about all you can do with these is just a little bump like that, because boy, you don't want to do it in the corner. You touch them in the corner, they're going to go around.
Looking at 89 Sean Williams here, he has the fastest lap of the race so far, sitting in 6th place. He's probably going to be one of those guys that are going to be battling for the lead after the stage. He's definitely a person to watch today, especially since he does have the fastest lap. Oh, and we got trouble.
Oh, trouble already in turn number 3. Big few cars involved.
Oh my, yeah, Ben Nelson I see back here. I'm not
Just-
exactly
I
sure what
believe-
happened.
I believe Justin Licensby got away.
Well, let's go back and take a look here. See if we can figure out what happened.
You were talking about the bumper hooking, Rudy. If you
Yep.
get on the back bumper, that's definitely what most likely can happen.
Okay, I'm riding along here with Ben Nelson now. I want to see exactly.
It's
Maybe
Eric
I can.
Hall.
Eric Hall. Okay.
Yep.
Oh yeah, right there.
Yeah,
All right.
you got a little tap in the the left
Yeah.
rear.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
I can
look-
find him here. There he
Yeah,
is.
Yep.
Okay. Let's I'll rewind it back just a little bit. Yeah, he got bumped there by that was Bobby Cheney. Little tap. Yeah.
Well, yeah, Eric Hall came down. Actually, he was on the outside lane. He came
Yep.
down, thought he was clear, and unfortunately, he wasn't. Chuck Sweeting is going to get involved. I can't tell who's that all the way. Will Klein, a
Yep.
playoff driver, involved.
Bobby Cheney. There's a lot
Tom
of guys
Mercier.
sliding. Oh my.
Tom Mercier involved. So got
Yep.
a couple of playoff drivers in trouble already.
When Ariotti, he is trying to save this. He did everything he could to keep that thing off of the wall. So,
Oh.
Okay, big one happening. And these guys, some of these guys are not coming to pit road.
Yeah, it
The
looks like.
unfortunate.
Yeah.
Go on, Joseph. The unfortunate thing is for the playoff drivers, they don't have any of those quick repairs. So if they get any sort of damage, it could potentially cost them the race. So wrecking early is definitely not. That's not a good sign for many playoff drivers.
Yeah, and the unfortunate part, you had a few playoff drivers involved. You had, like I mentioned, I mean, John Barry barely got by, but yeah, you had Will Klein involved. You had Tom Mercier involved. Those two are playoff drivers. So they're going to, hopefully they don't have a lot of damage where they won't be able to compete, but yeah, they got, if that's one bullet they dodged tonight, hopefully that'll be the only one.
Well, a lot of guys did come to pit road, and boy, pit road is, there's a lot of cars on pit road.
Well, let's get someone in the booth to talk to. You want to talk to maybe, what do you think, Rudy? Who should we talk to?
Let's talk to Brendan Buzak. Is he around?
Yeah, no, that's unfortunate. Because
All
he's
right.
usually a good guy to talk to. How about let's talk to Cody Miller, see what he's up to.
Okay. All right.
Cody Miller, you got a copy, buddy?
What? Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, you're back in the pack. Is that your strategy to stay back there for a little while?
It's definitely my strategy. We're just gonna see if more crash 'em ups happen, and if we survive those, maybe we'll make a run towards the front after the stage. And if I make the run towards the front, I guarantee there's gonna be a wreck then. But you know, hopefully we get through that, and then we can win. You know, have a good chance of a win here at the end of the race.
Well, you won the season opener here. Maybe you can get the sweep here at Daytona this season, so we'll be watching out for you. But one big wreck already happened. Obviously got a long race to go for survival, so maybe we'll see you up to the front, and hopefully we'll talk to you at the end of the race. So good luck out there, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully we get up there. But yeah, all hope and dreams right now.
Well, sounds good. Got a dream right now, and make sure it's a reality. Well, good luck for the rest of the race.
Right. Thanks, Joseph.
How come he never sounds so confident? Like you have to really beg him for like some luck. I gotta love him though. Oh, Femi Olat, who was running third.
Yeah, I don't know what he was doing there. He was.
Yeah, I saw him. I don't know what he was doing.
I
He started
don't know.
spinning under the pace slabs, and all of a sudden he's out of the race.
Yeah, what did he alt F4 or
See,
did
Rudy,
he get kicked
you
out?
see,
Or?
here's the thing. It's not just under green that's crazy. It's under caution too.
Yeah, that is true.
Good Lord, already some action.
And with that, that would put only 25 drivers on the lead lap out of
Yep.
the 28 that entered the race. So the wreck didn't cause anybody to really lose a lap, but the question is, will any playoff drivers be affected majorly? 'Cause there were a couple that were involved in there, although it didn't look like there was too much damage to many of the playoff drivers. But it's a super speedway. Any damage would hurt you.
Josh Robin just joined the race 9 laps down. He just rolled out onto the track.
Hey, you never know. He could get on the lead lap if we have enough cautions.
Yeah.
But, well, it looks like the double filing. We're going to go green next time around. It looks like the top 4 drivers are playoff drivers. You got Malad Radman leading, Jared Darling second, Daniel Falkingham third, Sean Williams fourth. And those 2 drivers running third and fourth, like I said, they had troubles last week at Homestead Miami Speedway. They need good runs tonight if they're going to have another shot to make the playoffs for the next round, which is the round of 8.
Well, hello there to see the Intimidator 3, a good price for a PC for a beginner. For what, iRacing? Probably around $700-800. I don't know. I'm guessing, but if you build it yourself, that'll be about the only thing I can tell you. But hello to Alan, X-Team 48 Lowe's, Demolade, Street Boss, Michael Kinner. Holy smokes, Michael Kinner's in there. I haven't seen Michael Kinner in a long time.
You know, if we're getting shout-outs right now, I don't want to be a bad broadcaster. I want to give a shout-out to my mother watching the race.
Oh, yeah,
you know,
definitely.
Hi,
Mom.
Yeah, hi, Mom. Hopefully she's enjoying the race. See, I don't want to be a bad son, so I have to say hi to her on broadcast. You know? All right, well, we're about to go green. Jesus. We're about to go green.
You said you were going to do that at the big one, Henry.
I know it. All right, here we go. And Milad's going to start on the outside. Pace car's in, and we're back under green. And that was a smart move by him. Now he can drop it down. Tyler Ducharme give Daniel Falkingham a little push, and Daniel drops it to the bottom, and leaving Tyler up on the high side by himself.
I'll tell you what, the restart, it spreaded several drivers. Wow, oh man, Tyler Ducharme wanted to get to the bottom. Sean wanted to say, you're going to get to the bottom behind me.
There you go.
Tyler Ducharme is now back to 5th. But yeah, that was a strange restart because most of the field spread it out there. But you know here at Daytona, they're going to bunch back up really quick.
Oh yeah, definitely. All right, Cody Griffin up to 6th place after starting 12th. And there's Brendan Buzak. He's coming from 17th up to 7th. Good move. Corey Ott from 29th to 8th.
Yeah, pretty good already. He wants to get to the front. It looks like the top 6 have pulled away, but how long is that going to last? Because you know the pack behind them, they're going to form up together and they want to get up there. How about to the outside? Here comes Daniel Falkingham. Look like Falkingham, yeah, he's going to pull right in front of Sean Williams. They're going to try to make the outside lane work. Tyler Ducharme is going to follow them. And here they come with the run on the outside lane to get by Jared Darling and Malad Radman.
Well, the only way you're going to get to the front is you've got to take that chance, go to the outside. Hopefully somebody goes with you. And he wants to get that bonus point. Falkingham needs it right now. It's going to be pretty close at the line right here. He gets it.
Falkingham's got it.
Nice. Bonus point. Ching, ching.
Yeah, any point.
Yeah,
he cut low in front of Malad Radman, and that's going to leave Sean Williams up on that outside lane with no help, and that is exactly what you do not want, especially for a playoff driver. You need some help to work with people. If you don't have any help, you're going to find yourself in the back really quickly. But he has an opening behind Tyler Ducharme that he can get back down to the bottom, and he's gonna. So
he's going to take that offer. He's going to take that offer.
All right, John Barry coming from 23rd to 13th. He's right in the back here. Caden right behind Caden Henry. Tony O'Brien.
Here comes Malad Radman to the outside, trying to take the lead back. He's like, okay, you like your lap, but I want the lead back. And Jared Darling's like, you know what? I'll follow you through as well. Here comes Tyler Ducharme. Sean Williams going to the outside lane. Daniel Falkingham's got no help on the bottom lane until now. Tyler Ducharme drops down to the bottom in 3rd, but Malad Radman and Jared Darling, top 2.
Sean Williams working that outside now. We've got Cody Griffin right behind him, giving him a little push. And we've got some others coming up behind him. Freddie D into the picture now.
Looks like you got 13 cars, the top 13 cars in this lead pack, and then you got about 6 cars in a second pack, and then about 2 cars in a third pack. You're going to see a few different packs, you know, just trying to, even for the ones in the back, just trying to ride around right now. But you know the ones in the front, they want to race out front. How about Eric Hall, 14th right now? He was the driver that caused that caution, and he's back up to 14. So obviously he didn't have a lot of damage. I don't think anybody had a lot of damage either.
No.
So that's very fortunate for them right now. Of course, that was just the first wreck. You don't want to be involved in any more wrecks. If that's the only wreck they wanted to be in tonight, they got lucky with the first one.
I'll say this right now, these leaders are heading really quick up to Femi Olat. Whatever happened to Femi Olat, it costed him a lap, it's going to maybe cost him another one.
Yeah, he could have had some graphical glitch, or, you know, people have had that, or trouble with their steering wheel, or, you know, something, because that car was like all over the place, and all of a sudden he just like left, you know. Weird.
Here comes Tyler Ducharme on the outside lane, using that side draft on Jared Darling. Man, that was pretty close there. He's trying to go for that second spot. Almost went to the outside wall. Sean Williams also did as well. Pretty close call between those two, but not enough help up there. They're going to need some more in that outside lane. There's 4 other cars that can get up behind them to help, but they need to close in a little more.
Yep, Cody Griffin and Freddie D are coming up behind them, so we get 5 or 6 of them up on that high side. We might see some power moves on that outside. Here they go, around Femi Olat to put him another lap down. He'll be able to blend in here, but he's going to be 2 laps down now.
Oh man, it's
They better watch out.
here.
They're getting tight.
Cody Griffin got turned there. Oh, they're 4 wide. Guys.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, Femi. Oh my gosh, guys. Oh my.
Somebody's got to give there.
Cody Griffin.
Yeah, Cody
and
Griffin.
Femi
It's like
both
Cody Griffin's like, no, thank you. We're gonna get out of that.
Oh, that was terrifying. That is something as a racer. That is something you don't want to be in the middle of.
Well, you think that was terrifying for Cody Griffin? He about got the worst end of it. He almost got turned from behind. So he's like, you know what? Screw this. I'm getting further behind this. I want to get out of it.
They're back to single file up here in the front. We got about the top 8 or 9 single file. All the way back to Scott Rambler in 10th. Here comes underneath. Femi Olat's right there, but a couple laps down, but he's blending in with the guys right now. Tony Hilbrand having an excellent run here today.
Because Freddie De La Rosa, the first driver on the outside lane, I see, you know, he won last week at Homestead. He's getting up to the front. He started towards the back, but he wants to get up to the front. How about this move for the race lead? If Jared, oh my gosh!
Oh, Malad's going to almost get hooked. Oh, they're going 4 wide. Holy smoke.
Saved it.
Guys, it's only lap 20, for goodness sakes. Nice save from the Wild Rabbit. I
Yes.
thought it was
Awesome.
And
Jared Darling. Wow.
Jared Darling got the benefit of it. He's now to the race lead. Jared Darling for Tyler Ducharme second. Here's Femi Olat. That's a lap down, trying to stay up here to try to get one of his laps back if the caution does come out. But Malai Radman, you think he's taking a deep breath? You think he peed himself a little bit? Saving that car? Yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's going to be at the line. Tyler Ducharme gets a huge run. Tyler just leads his first lap of the race. Jared
completely dominated the inside for a moment.
Yeah, that's that side draft. They get that huge run with that side draft, and I'll tell you what, there's a couple of good racers right there. Tyler Ducharme, Jared Darling, they turned thousands of laps together, so they know they can trust each other. And Tyler got down there, got a little side draft off of him, and boy, that just powered him right on by. Plus that push from Femi Olat.
Yeah, the Live Radman, he falls back to fifth, trying to get back to the 4th spot. He's underneath Freddie De La Rosa, trying to recover after that near miss, that near spin he had. And now he's just riding behind the 4th car line on the inside lane. But Femi Olat, that is a lap down. He's the first car on the outside lane, just trying to stay close to this pack. So when that caution comes out, he'll be the first car a lap down.
Well, he's actually 2 laps down. But
that's
he would,
right.
but he would get one of his laps back. So,
Oh man.
oh, they're getting pretty wild up here right now. I'm telling you.
It's hiding.
Well, the thing about this is 14 laps to go before the stage. Some of these drivers, you're going to see a little bit of progression now because, you know, stage points matter. It can make a difference in making the round of 8 or not. So, especially for, you know, Daniel Falkingham and Sean Williams that's up here in the top 10, you know they're going to be aggressive to try to get those extra points because they're going to need it badly.
You bet, man. I'm telling you, this is really wild up here.
Jared Darling did lead that lap on the outside lane.
Yeah, this is good stuff, man. I'm telling you. Yeah, Jared did. Very cool. Got a bonus point.
It's only lap 23, and these drivers are racing like it's 2 to go.
I know it. Yeah, we've still got coming to 12 to go before the first stage, so next 12 laps, a lot can happen out there, and we've only had one caution so far.
You know, a driver that just came into the top 10, what about Caden Henry? He started in the very back of the field. All of a sudden, he's up there in the top 10. Corey Ott, same thing. Brendan Buzak. You know, you got a few of these drivers that started in the back, but yet they've made their way up to the front.
Sure. Well, they didn't. Some of them did not pit. Cody Griffin, Sean Williams did not pit, but they're back in 10th and 11th. Brendan Buzak did not pit. Freddie De La Rosa did. Now Freddie's up to 5th.
There's a little stack up on the bottom lane, but it seems like they got it under control now. It looks like the top 4 is going to try to pull away from the pack behind them, with Tyler Deshawn leading the pack, with Falkingham, Radman, and Darling. And then you got Freddie, the 5th car in line on the bottom lane.
Cody Griffin's still going backwards here. I'm not sure. He needs to have somebody work with him there. It looks like he might be backing up here to Ariotti.
Either that or he's just trying to take a cool down right now because that got intense from a few laps ago.
Yeah,
Here goes
sure
Milan
did.
Radman to the outside. Tyler Deshawn's going to block him. Not quite enough.
Oh my gosh, and Freddie D's going to push him.
Because Milan Radman, he's led the most laps so far in this race. He wants to lead some more. He had a big save a few laps ago while leading the race. And he wants to take that lead back, not at the line this time, but maybe next time by.
Yeah, they need a little more help up there.
A little quick note, if Radman does get the lead and leads a lap, that'll make it officially the 8th lead change of today, which is funny because it looks like these guys have been changing the lead at least like 20 times every lap.
Oh man, I'm telling you, it's crazy. Falkingham, golly. Let's go back and check on Cody Miller. He's back in the back here, the tail end of this lead lap. Probably not really where he wants to be, but he's tucked right up in behind his teammate there, Terrell Baker.
Hey, it may be the place where he wants to be because you never know if front guy, we're coming to stage caution in 9 laps, and you know they may know that there might be a wreck up front. So if there's a wreck up front, they have plenty of time to hit the brakes and miss it and not get involved in it. How about Freddie De La Rosa with the run on the outside lane? Trying to make it 2 in a row tonight. He won last week, Homestead Miami Speedway. He wants to go for 2 in a row.
I was going to say that second group is way back, 11.2 seconds back, and that's our points leader back there, Ben Nelson.
Yep, well, he knows that, you know what, it's too early to be racing right now. You know, he knows that playoffs means more right now. Points means more. Not get involved in a silly wreck. That's out of his control. So, you know, it may be a smart move for him towards the end of the race.
We got some tight racing up at the front. Freddie makes it the 9th lead change of the day in the outside lane and a pretty big checkup. They're going to start falling back a little bit, but really tight action heading into turn number 1 for the lead.
Cade Henry started 27th, running in the top 5. Looking good and strong out there right now. John Barry, there's another one coming from 23rd. He rolls into 7th. So we've seen a lot of guys come from the back of the field toward the front, and he pitted. And, you know, you can say what you want, but tires are everything out here. And even if he did stop and make that quick pit stop and get more fresh tires, that car's going to feel a little bit better than the guy that's been out here this whole time without making a pit stop.
And that's crazy how it sounds, because you would not think that Daytona or Talladega would be a big factor on tires, but it is. And, you know, and obviously it's paying off for the drivers that did pit under that first caution. They're all the way back up here towards the front. How about Tyler Deshawn with a run on the outside line?
Yeah.
Rosa moved to the outside in front of Malai Radman, shot up to the lead and back down to the bottom.
This is some great racing, and it's almost going to be just the end of stage 1. It's great action.
Yeah, with 6 laps to go till the end of the stage. Now, here's the question that I even mentioned at the beginning of the show. Is any of these drivers are they gonna decide to pit? Are they wanting to pit before that stage caution and then also get that track position for everybody else pitting, but they don't? So we'll have to see in the next couple of laps. How about these 3 cars that was involved in that first wreck? Obviously, they have not much power underneath the hood after being involved in that first wreck. And those are 2 playoff drivers right there on the screen right now. Will Klein and Tom Mercier. A tough break for them because they had a good run last week at Homestead.
I'm going to answer your question a little bit, Joseph, before we got to the point about the 3 lap cars. Many drivers that are in the back that are in the playoffs, they could go down before pit road, before the stage caution comes.
Oh, absolutely.
And they may risk going a lap down, but if they pit exactly at the right time, they can get the caution and stay on the lead lap, and then have the track position that they desperately need. As of right now, I would say a lot of drivers could go down before the stage caution, but none of them have the front of the field.
But I think there's a rule now. Correct me if I'm wrong, Joseph, but isn't there a rule that they can't do it after 3 to go before the stage?
Once the leader crosses the line with 2 laps to go, they cannot pit.
Okay,
so,
2 to go.
They can definitely pit before the leader crosses the line for 2 laps to go. So if they're wanting to pit, they have to do it in a couple laps, because in 2 laps they close pit road, but they got 4 laps to go to the end of the stage. I'll tell you what, the top 6 or top 7 has actually made a pack for themselves. They pulled away. They're just staying single file right now. Eric Hall did have a big moment on the front straightaway. He got really loose, and but he managed to keep under control. But now here comes Femi Olat.
I would like to say this as well with that lap traffic.
Oh!
With that lap traffic, Radman went from in the top 5 all the way to 17th position.
Wow, yeah, that's a tough break for him, and that happened to him at Talladega as well. Not because of a lot of traffic, but he was in the wrong place, wrong time, trying to switch lanes, and nobody went with him. And right before the end of stage 1, he fell all the way back, couldn't get those stage points. And unfortunately, it looks like nobody pits and nobody comes out the road. He's not going to be able to get any stage points either, and that's going to be terrible for him.
This is getting tight again.
Yeah, look at this up front. Oh no!
Here we go.
Oh my!
We're gonna go 3 wide.
Look out, guys!
2 sideways.
Oh my gosh!
John Barry up the middle, right up the sucker hole. We used to call that the sucker hole.
Did it back out? He's flying through the middle. And here we go. This is 2 laps to go to the end of the stage. Pits are closed now.
Femi Olat is not battling for the lead. He is a lap down. I think he's 2 laps down. And he may not get the lucky dog somebody else is. So that lap traffic is also going to hurt Femi more than some of the leaders that got
and look at, and here comes Femi to the outside. You know what he's trying to do? He's trying to be 1 lap down. He wants to be 1 lap down when this caution comes out. Then he can possibly take the wave around and then get himself back on the lead lap. But in that, here comes John Barry for the race lead. He wants to win the stage.
And he's got a great partner there pushing him, Jared Darling, and he's not going to get the bonus point this time.
Yep, he's going to need a little more help. They're on the final lap until the stage caution.
Yeah, he needs a little more help up there. Ariotti, he goes up to the upper side, and Daniel Falkingham. So if we could get those 4 nose to tail, they might be able to do it. But John slipped back to 3rd now. That outside line's not working quite as good as it was there just a few minutes ago.
doesn't look like it's going to work at all because whoever was behind Jared Donnelly just moved to the bottom. That was Ariati that was involved in that first caution. He's back up here in the top 5, but here they come off turn number 4, taking the stage caution. It looks like Tyler Ducharme is most likely going to get it.
Yes, he is. This will do it right here. And there it is. Tyler Ducharme winning the stage. Awesome job by Tyler.
Ooh, I tell you what, those final few laps got intense. I had to hold my breath
Yeah.
a couple of times.
Wow. Freddie D
that's-
second. John Barry third.
If that's a preview of what we're going to see at the end of the race, then there you go.
We're going to take
Yes, sir.
take the aggression level that happened in this stage and then multiply it by 3. That's what we're going to get at these final 40 laps or so.
Well, I don't see Tyler. Do you see him in TeamSpeak? Yeah, there he is.
He is in TeamSpeak.
All right, let me see if I can get him down here. If he can, he'll have to unmute his mic.
Tyler Ducharme, you got a copy, buddy?
He's muted, so he's got everything muted.
All right. Maybe he's
Um,
trying to focus on pit stop right now. You never know. He's like, don't talk to me. Hopefully we could get a word in with them very shortly.
Yep,
But,
well,
man.
you're right. that was some great racing right there, wasn't it?
It was. I had to hold my breath a couple of times, but they made it.
Wow. Tyler Ducharme
Yeah.
winning that first stage. Tell me about that. You tucked up underneath Femi Olat right there and brought home the win. Man, that was some intense racing up there. We've seen 3 and 4 wide up in the front. That was crazy, dude.
Yeah, the draft package, it's not much different than the last build, but it's definitely a little bit more intense. There's more suck up for sure, and you get way bigger runs, so it's just a little exaggerated, but it's still the same concept before. It's kind of tough to get an outside line going, but once you get cars up there, it's pretty. I mean, you guys can stay side by side, and you get. It's weird, like everyone's surging back and forth in the pack, so it's definitely different. But this Pepsi Max Camaro is running pretty good.
That's good. What do you think of the new Camaro? Pretty cool.
I mean, it's completely different. But Matt Simpson did a great job with the paint as usual. I've had this paint scheme for 3-something years now, and I definitely did not want to lose it driving the Camaro now. So we converted it over, and it came out great. So
Yes. Awesome job, man. Awesome.
Just looking forward to running this car and hopefully closing this race out.
All right, we'll make your pit stop there, brother, and good luck the rest of the race.
Yeah, thanks, Rudy.
Was he up there? Okay. All right. Very cool.
Everybody went down pit road except for John Barry. John Barry is the only one that did not pit.
Staying out. I mean, you got to take chances. You got to take some strategy here. And who knows? We're probably going to have more cautions, so it probably not a bad call. And you know what? He stayed out to get that bonus point, too, which is very important for him. So, yeah, we see him out front right now.
Yes, sir. That bonus point does mean a lot. He is 5th in the points coming into tonight, so 1 extra point definitely going to help him. He wants to be in position going into next week at Bristol. He'll be at Bristol next week, folks, so got to make sure you tune in for that. That's going to be pretty awesome. But in a good position to be, if he doesn't have a good run next week, to be inside that top 8. Because after Bristol, it goes down to 8 drivers for the chase from 12. So that's going to be pretty intense to see who's going to make it into the top 8.
And think about it, we're going from a super speedway race tonight to a short track next week. So big difference in the type of racing. So very good couple of races we're going to see on the schedule, like tonight and then Bristol next week. So, but first you got to get through this race. And it looks like John Barry is actually going to hit pit road. Looked like he stayed out just to lead a lap, and then he's going to hit pit road, get some fuel in that car. And like you mentioned, Rudy, if this somehow goes green all the way, which I don't see it happening, but if it does, these guys can't make it on fuel. They have to at least make one more pit stop.
Right.
I'll also like to say I think our stage winner may have gotten caught speeding on pit road because when he came off pit road, I saw him on the apron of turn 3 stopped, waiting for cars to go by. So it looks like he's at the end of the longest line.
Oh, man.
Well, he got the stage, and see what Tyler did show him. He's got nothing to lose. Obviously, he doesn't want that speeding penalty. I get that, but you know, he's not a playoff driver. He's just going out here to win. Yeah, he did win the first stage, but man, that's not what you want to do here at Daytona. Thankfully, this wasn't under green flag, and he's able to stay in the pack and try to recover. Because if this was under green, man, he would be definitely trapped a lap down.
Maybe he would be trapped a lap down and potentially lose in the draft and may go 2 laps down unless a caution were to come out at that time. But luckily, any sort of speeding penalties are only end of the longest line, and you know.
Well, take a look at this. How about James Coulibaly stays out, and he's gonna maybe if he comes down pit road now, he won't be the leader, but he might stay out here and try to lead some laps. He's not in the playoffs either. He has nothing to lose. He wants to go out here and win tonight. But you got Jared Darling behind him, Ariotti, Daniel Fogham, and Justin Lisenby.
Well, he did. Actually, Joseph, no, never mind. I was going to say, I thought he did went down pit road because my thing said he had some time on pit road, but I guess it looks like he'll be going back down pit road.
Well, that was from earlier. He stopped on that caution, and that's what I was kind of wondering. You know, if he obviously had enough fuel to make it to this point, but to stay out and get a lap led, Coulibaly likes to do that. He plays that pit road game where he can come down and without getting penalized. But yeah, he's going to be way back in the field now.
So Jared Darling, the control car, he'll be the one to take us to the green flag once we get restarted here.
When we got some heavy hitters. Look at this, Justin Lisenby up to the 4th place.
Up to 4th.
I was gonna say he was the fastest in practice, and he qualified. I think he qualified. 5th. Yeah, he qualified 5th. He was in the back all of stage 1. Now he's up here, possibly gonna battle for the lead here in these most important 40 laps of racing.
Yep. Yeah, just got those guys that were way back there. Ben Nelson's also up here. He's inside the top 10 now.
And see, the thing is, as soon as they get the green flag here, we're at halfway. This is around the time, 40 laps to go. It is time to be aggressive, to try to stay out front as much as possible. You're going to see a lot of aggression here. I mean, we saw a lot of it in the first stage. It got really intense, especially in the final few laps. We held our breaths a couple times. We're definitely going to hold our breaths a few other times. And, all right, I'm sorry.
I wish that would not do that. That was not a good time to be doing that. Dang it.
Well,
sorry about that.
We're good. Pace car is in, and here we go. Green flag back in the air. I thought you turned that on purposely. I'm making a boring statement.
Man, sorry. Sorry about that.
I'd like to note here that.
Oh, we got a spin. We got a spin.
Oh.
That was the number 9. I seen him. Tony Hilbrand's out across the grass.
Staying green.
Yeah, no caution. He's in the infield.
Yeah, he just went for a ride out across the grass.
I was gonna say, if a caution comes out early, maybe in the middle of this run, it'll hurt the green flag pit stops that could happen if this stage were to continue to go green.
Right. Yeah, they need one caution here to give them enough fuel to make it to the end of the race. I think that would be one caution would probably do it.
Oh man, Ariotti!
Oh, Ariotti!
Oh, save it, buddy!
Nice save.
I saw it coming though. There was no way he was gonna get to the bottom lane because Brendan Buzak had such a run, but he had Cody Griffin behind him as well. So he had such a good run that Brendan Buzak couldn't check up quick enough. And Ariotti, what a good save there.
Yeah, let's check this out. I'm going to check this out in a replay here just to see what happened. He's on the high side. Now Justin Lisenby is on the inside of him. Yeah, and oh yeah, and Buzak never even lifted.
I don't think he had time to lift. I don't
no.
think he expected Ariati to just shoot down to the
Oh
bottom like that.
my. That was pretty wild, I'll tell you. What a ride he went for out across the grass. But he didn't hit anything. That's a good thing. But now he's way off the pace, 22nd.
Well, look at this. The top four, because of that, pulled away. You got Jared Darling, Daniel Falkingham, Freddie, and Justin Liesby, top four. But look at this pack.
Here comes Cody Griffin.
No, not just him, but look at the train behind him. They're
coming. They are coming as fast as they can possibly come. Holy crap! And this may give an advantage to possibly Cody Griffin and Radman. They could potentially move up to the outside and bring a couple more cars with them, and they could potentially slingshot past these four.
Well, I wanted to say hello to Mrs. Baker. I'm sure she's probably watching. She's always tuning in and watching. Hi, Mrs. Baker. And a hello to your mom, Joseph. Hi, Mom.
Hello. Speaking of Terrell Baker, he is up to the 9th spot.
I know. He's doing real well. Started 25th.
Yeah, he fell out of the race early at Homestead Miami Speedway and actually got to join us in the booth for the remainder of the race. It was a good time having him up in the booth. But, you know, I told him, you know, he's going to have trouble keeping all four tires on the ground in these restricted plate tracks. You got to make it all 80 laps and make sure he keeps all four tires on the ground this time.
Now, these guys are riding right now, and they're riding in a single line. And what's going on right now is these guys behind Jared Darling are saving a little bit of fuel. They're probably running about maybe 85% on the throttle, and they're keeping right up in the draft. So they are saving fuel a little bit there.
Well, did you see Malai Raman? He was maybe hoping somebody would go with him, but when he noticed that nobody went to was going to the outside lane with him, he went back down to the bottom. He didn't go high too much. He just took a little peek just to make sure if anybody's going to go with him, but he drives it down to the bottom. But you're absolutely right, Rudy. These guys are probably, saving fuel right now because, like I said, they're about 80 to 85% on the throttle. So we're going to see some of this for a little while. But, man, how about, you had Cody Griffin that was up here early on, then he fell back, and then now he's all the way up here. Malai Radman, he was up here for the most part at the beginning, but then dropped back outside the top 15 at one point. And then Benjamin Nelson.
Oh, here they go.
Benjamin Nelson was in that second pack, 11 seconds back. But yeah, you see some of these guys, they're wanting to peek to the outside lane, but nobody else is still with them.
Got a couple cars on the outside, but they're pretty far back.
Yeah, Eric Hall, John Barry. How about Femi Olat and Terrell Baker to the outside lane?
Wow! What a move by Terrell!
Real tight.
Tyler Ducharme, who won the stage, he had the speeding penalty on pit road. He is coming back into the picture now. But yeah, that was a pretty close call with Terrell Baker. He knows he wants to go up to the front.
And this is getting pretty tight back here. The only one that's not on the lead lap in that mix is Femi Olat. He is one lap down in 24th after that freak thing there happened with his steering. Not sure exactly what happened, but
and he will get the lucky dog if he stays the first car one lap down like he is now. Look at Freddie actually move to the outside lane. Look at Justin Liesby move to the outside lane.
We're gonna get him out. We're gonna get him out.
And here he goes for the lead. Justin Liesby trying to take the lead for the first time tonight.
He had a lot more help on that outside lane. He would potentially get by Jared Darling, but he just can't get help that he needs.
You are absolutely right, Rudy. He did lead lap early on, so that was my apologies there. But man,
Falkingham. He pulls out. And Cody Griffin fills that void. Boy, he just slipped right into second place there.
Oh, they got Tony Hilbrandts up here that spin, but looks like he's going to give them enough room, and they're going to get by no problem.
Yep. Pretty good.
Nearly swing the wall a couple times there.
Yeah, that's a shame.
I think he was trying to make sure he does not want to cause a big wreck with these leaders, especially for these playoff drivers. But yeah, he was involved in that spin on the restart. No caution came out. Unfortunately, now he's a lap down.
Cody Griffin just sawing on that bumper there of Jared Darling.
Hey, Rudy,
Yeah,
you have cranked it up ready or something?
I do.
I think we need. Oh no! Here we go! Never mind. The big one. Oh my goodness!
You were saying about cranking up?
Not right now.
Let's see who was in that.
Falkingham
Daniel
involved.
Falkingham. Let's go take a look here.
Oh man, and Daniel Falkingham, 2 weeks in a row, he did not need this tonight.
No,
and
he did not.
This is definitely going to hurt his chances.
Freddie Rosa took a wild ride.
These guys they're pretty close to one another. And I'm not sure Falkingham might have got down there, tried to get a little side draft.
Oh no, Freddie came up.
Oh,
Yep.
did he? Okay.
Yeah, he did. Oh man.
Oh, yes, he did. He come right up into Falkingham. Freddie D.
Wow, look at that ride.
Oh, my.
The catch into the catch fence.
Eric Hall
Oh,
involved.
Femi Olat gets a little bit.
Yes, Femi Olat.
Oh, he got right side damage.
Spent Sean Williams and Cody Miller barely avoided that.
Wow. Well, we didn't want to see that, but this will make it now. You think anybody's going to come to pit road? Do you think they're going to stay out?
No, I don't. I feel they can save here, definitely. But man, that's unfortunate for Daniel Falkingham. Had troubles last week, got involved in wreck, and this is not what he needed. I feel for Daniel Falkingham. I think for him to make the round of 8, he's going to have to win next week at Bristol.
That was caution number 2. Got to look and see how many lead changes we've had. We've had 12 lead changes so far, and we have 30 laps to go. Now it would be really close on fuel with this caution. So that's my question.
I think some drivers may elect to come down, but it may be most of them in the back.
Yep. Here comes Cody Griffin, and
yes, some of
We
them.
get some nice.
some of them
Well,
not.
I was gonna say some of the front runners are gonna come down. As I was about to say, 3 of them faked me out. So
Well, how about since he stayed out, how about let's get a word with Jared Darling.
Roger that. Do it.
Jared Darling, you got a copy, buddy.
Hey, Joseph, what's up?
Hey, nothing much. Well, you're leading the race. It seems like your car is running well up front, but of course, the only person that can tell me that is you. So, how's the car feeling?
Yeah, everything's going right to plan with the Gen 6 cars. At Talladega, I stayed in the back, and I noticed, even though I didn't end up, winning the race, it's very hard to get through the pack, I feel like. So I wanted to try to stay up front, qualify up front, and it's so far so good. I think I've been top 5 about all race. But this is my first race with these cars with the new update and everything, and they definitely drive 100% different. So it's getting used to that. So it's really fun. You kind of can get runs and make passes, and just trying to control the lines and stay up front is kind of what I'm trying to do. And so far, it's been going pretty good.
Now, has the new update, these cars handling different, has that played a big concern to you? Like, there's been a couple of times where you've had to hold your breath because you're just trying to keep control of your car?
Yeah, the car seems a little light coming off the corners, so sometimes if someone's right on my back bumper, it actually kind of feels a little loose, honestly. So I got to be a little careful if someone's right there on the back bumper, and I think that wreck right there, somebody got turned there just being too close. So the side drafting's a little bit more effective, I think, too. So definitely with these cars running the high line, you can make moves way better than these cars used to be. So it's pretty fun. It's been a pretty fun race up front, at least.
Well, hopefully we'll see you in victory lane again today. You won a few weeks ago at Talladega, an exciting finish there, and hopefully we'll see you here in several laps here after the finish. So good luck to you, and hopefully we'll see you in victory lane, or at least get to talk to you a little later on. Just be able to survive.
Yeah, that's what it is, and me and Malad here, we've been trying to work together too, so we'll be working together. Watch that 24-1. Let's go!
Sounds good. Good luck out there.
Good luck.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, he said, sorry about that, I was just about to say, he mentioned about the cars and stuff. It's a little lightweighted with the new updates. So definitely something to watch, and we definitely have seen it a few times tonight.
Yeah, the Camaros are definitely great at in these restrictor plate races. I don't know about like speedway wise. Sometimes they can be a little rough, but in super speedways they are definitely the choose. If you have the Chevrolet, I would recommend using it. But interesting thing about this top two right here, these two are the dominant drivers of today's race. Jared Darling has led 15 laps, whereas Radman behind him has led 18. So those two are really close together with how many laps they've led.
Yeah, those are the two drivers I would be watching out for in the final laps, especially. How about the top 6 drivers? Actually, all playoff drivers. You got Justin Liesby back at 3rd, Benjamin Nelson 4th. Cody Miller, we haven't seen too much of him up front until now. He's going to restart in 5th, and then John Berry back to 6th.
And then 7th place is Spencer Owens, and if you go from 8th on down, they pitted, whereas first through 7th stayed out, and they are on 15 to 16 laps of tires and fuel, whereas everybody else just went down. So the guys behind may be playing a little bit more of a strategy they could possibly make it the rest of the way, but if we have another caution for the drivers that go down, they'll more than likely have enough to make it the rest of the way.
Well, how about this, Rudy? 126 people watching this race right now. Good crowd.
Yeah, very good crowd.
And thank you guys for tuning in tonight. It's been an exciting race so far, but we're about to have some more excitement. We're going to have about 26 laps to go when they go back to green. So, been a good race so far, but the intensity is about to pick up.
Get them going, Joseph.
I think an interesting thing is our leader, Jared Darling, takes the outside lane, giving Radman the inside.
Well, I guarantee you that Malad Radman is going to lay back a bit, let Jared Darling get to the inside lane, and those two can ride on the bottom together. I feel we're going to see that, but you never know in these final laps if planning. I mean, he did say that him and Malad has been working together, so we'll see if that plays out for this restart. But yes, Rudy, we're about to go back to green with 26 laps to go. Jared Darling, the race leader. As a matter of fact, the top 6 playoff drivers, Malad Radman 2nd, Benjamin Nelson 3rd, Justin Liesby 4th, John Berry 5th, then Cody Miller, Spencer Owens, Tyler Ducharme, Scott Ramler, and Elijah Grossi. Here we go. The pace car is off. 26 laps to go, and the green flag is back in the air. And this is exactly what I was talking about. The Malad Radman lane, just Jared Darling to the bottom.
Well, it didn't take long for the outside line to start falling back a little bit. After Jared went to the inside, looks like that outside line is just falling way back now.
Spencer Owens, for the first time today that we have seen him up in the front part of the field, just rolled into the top 5.
Yeah, remember he was battling with Scott Ramler at Talladega in the final lap, going for the win, and unfortunately those two got together and they both wrecked, and that's how Jared Darling got the win. So Spencer Owens, he wants to get redemption from that race. He's not in the playoffs either, but he wants to get redemption tonight.
And Ben Nelson just dropped it to the bottom.
Remember our stage winner getting that EOL after the pit stops? He is back up to 7th.
Yes, sir. All right, Rudy, you want to try this again? Maybe try to crank it up this time?
Yeah, let's do that. before it gets too crazy, let's do it.
Let's crank it up.
Crank it up.
right, hopefully everybody enjoyed that crank it up. Your darling still leading the pack.
Here comes, is that Caden Henry? Yes, Caden Henry on the outside, back in the 10th spot. First car to go in the outside lane. Is any more cars going to pull to that outside lane? Scott Ramler looked like he wanted to, but just couldn't quite get up there before Caden Henry got there.
Top 3 is separated by just under half a car length. And 4th place on back with that trade. They may catch up quickly if everything. Oh, that got real close. Jeez.
Oh, John Barry wants to pull up in front of
John
Caden
Barry.
Henry. There you go. Good move.
That was good timing on his end. And here they come.
Look at that run they got now. Here comes up to the 4th spot. You still got Cody Miller on the bottom. Looked like he was thinking, wow, look at the run they were getting on that outside lane.
That was perfect timing on
And here
John's
he goes
part.
for the lead.
He doesn't have much help though with the corners. That's where they die off if don't have.
He needs a little more.
Yeah, he needs a little more help.
He had a good run on the outside lane, but just could not quite get there. Almost.
In the turns, that's where it gets chaotic. And speaking of that, 3 wide in turns 3.
And Tyler Ducharme wasted no time either.
Yeah, stage winner wants to win the race. Wants to sweep it. Coming up on the lap bar, Bulkingham.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was very unfortunate what happened with the last caution. Here comes John Barry. Look at him go.
Dang. I tell you what, he was back in the top 15 just a couple laps ago.
He wasn't entirely clear. It's like as soon as I get it into the corners.
He can get there, but just cannot get enough.
Exactly, in the corners. That's when most of the inside lane will more likely die off. Because he had an amazing run on the front stretch. Just could not clear Darling before turn number 1, and then he lost a lot of ground. But here he comes. Like I said, close.
Yeah, it seems like the.
Oh, he got it.
Oh man, he did.
He did. Oh my God, that was amazing. Just barely.
Oh, and he's not quite clear. He can't come down the hill in front of Jared.
Nope.
And you know that's not really a point where you want to do that either, because then you become the sitting duck. You become the Jared Darling out front right there, you know?
Radman just shoved Jared Darling out of the corner. So
yeah.
That really helped Jared out. And plus the outside lane's starting to lose all of its momentum with the cars.
Well, you know, Jared Darling, he said that, you know, him and Malai Radman is going to work together. I don't see Malai make a move to the outside anytime soon until probably the final 3 laps of this race. So he's going to hang in line behind Jared Darling right now. But Tyler Ducharme, he's wasting no time. He's going to try to get to the outside of Justin Lightsby. Just can't quite get there. Yeah, just Lightsby hanging in there 3rd. How about Ariotti that got involved in that first wreck? Recovered. Back up into the top 5.
Look at Radman and Darling. 10 drafting, it looks like. Those two are battling for the most laps led points. They are really close to each other with the amount of laps led. Jared Darling, if he leads this lap, will be his 26th lap. Radman has 18 laps left.
Whoa, man!
Oh, they're getting awful rambunctious back here.
Well,
it's getting that time.
Cody Miller opened the bottom lane just a little bit. Benjamin Nelson really wanted to take it 3 wide there, but he played smart there and backed out of that. That's for sure. How about Ariotti just moved to the outside lane? He's got a run to go for the 3rd spot on Justin Lightsby. He's got Tyler Ducharme behind him. And let's see how much run these guys get. They only got 2 cars up there, so it's not going to be enough to get up front.
It's not going to be enough once they get out of the trial. They can try their best to get as far as they can, but if they don't get a lane soon, they're going to start dropping back just like John Barry just a couple laps ago.
Well, we're going to ride along with Tyler Ducharme here for a minute and just watch the intensity up here in the front. This is absolutely insane up here. These guys are just doing that good. Man, I'm telling you, this is crazy stuff.
I tell you what, those two are, even though they're the only 2 up there, they are hanging on there.
Oh, Malad! Oh my God, they almost went 3 wide.
Oh, here's Justin
They are.
Lightsby down to the bottom.
Look at it. 3 wide for the second spot.
And Malad's going to have no help because nobody's going to go down.
He's going to have no help. He's going to fall back. Look out.
Oh, no.
Nancy, Radman's starting to fall. He's fading.
Oh, here comes Cody Miller for the first spot. Here comes Benjamin Nelson. Terrell Baker is coming into the picture. But that momentum,
3 wide for 2 rows.
Oh, man. Oh, guys. Oh, man. I know it's the final lap.
Hang on, buddy. Hang on, everybody.
15 laps to go. The intensity is picking up. But how about Cody Griffin rebounding a little bit? He's about to crack into the top 5. He's the 6th car in line on the bottom lane. But that momentum that Malad Radman tried to make a move on, that really Ariadne's
bad.
That
was bad timing.
Bad timing, and Ariadne and Tyler Shrine falls back now. Jared Darling had to pull a big block on Malad at the same time as well. But how about this?
And Nelson into the top 4, and look at this. My old buddy Terrell Baker, top 5. Yes!
Radman is still in the top 10. Unlike the incident with the lap cars that took him out of the contention for the stage points, he kept the car straight and he's still in the top 10. So if he can get a couple cars on that outside lane, he can drive right.
Here comes Sean Berry to the outside lane. He pulls up in front of Malad Radman. He's going to try to go for the 6th spot on the outside of Cody Griffin. He's going to get run. Terrell Baker now to the outside, pulls in front of John Barrett. He wants to get to the front. He's going for the 4th spot on Benjamin Nelson.
Sometimes I wonder if the drivers can hear me.
I think they can sometimes. I know there's a few drivers, they have the broadcast playing on another PC or on their phone or something right next to them.
Because I said that if they could get a couple more cars in that outside lane, they could easily come back up to the front of the field. And when I got done saying that, everybody just started coming up the track, and they're making that outside line work a little bit. They could get a little more squeezed up, bumper to bumper, nose and tail. They can easily get back up there. That's what Radman's doing to John Barry, and then John Barry's going to do the same to Terrell Baker.
Yeah, here they come with another run in the turns 3 and 4. Not as much of a run, but a little bit of it. Now, here's the thing. What is Cody Miller going to do? It does seem like he's clear with the Terrell Baker, but is he going to pull up? What about Justin Lisby? Is he going to pull up? Looks like he's going to stay to the bottom lane right now. Terrell Baker up to the 3rd spot now with John Barry pushing him from behind.
Oh my God, this is getting exciting, guys. I'm telling you.
It's getting intense. Playoff racing at Daytona is always fun.
Here goes Liza-Beatty to the outside.
Justin!
And he's getting a
huge bump.
A big bump from Terrell Baker and John Barry. Look at that. And Jared Darley is going to fall back.
Like that.
At least a 4. John Barry can't get to the bottom lane. The top 2 cleared. John Barry couldn't clear. Jared Darley will fall back to the 3rd spot on the bottom lane. 11 laps to go this time by. Justin Liza leads the lead. But
Terrell Baker.
And here he comes to the outside lane. Terrell Baker to the outside.
Side by side for the lead in turn number 1. They're 3 wide behind them.
Ariadne all the way to the outside lane on the back straightaway now. Tyler Ducharme is not going to go with them. Here comes Terrell Baker. They are just about dead even down the back straightaway. Justin Lisby to the inside. Terrell Baker on the outside. Jared Darling behind Justin Lisby. John Barry behind Terrell Baker. Not quite enough for Terrell Baker to get the lead. Justin Lisby holds it for now.
We got 10 laps to go. It's go time for these drivers. Run Terrell Baker as he's going to get that run that the outside lane always gets to the tri-oval, but as he gets to the turn number 1, most of that momentum pretty much dies off. However, it looks like that inside lane has a gap between Jared Darling.
Here comes another run, another big push from John Barry into Terrell Baker, going into turn number 3. Still can't quite get enough of a run to clear Justin Lisby, but it looks like they're going to stay side by side. Malad Radman shoots to the bottom of the racetrack. He's going to try to be the 3rd car in line and try to help his teammates get up there to the front. Justin Lisby holds the lead for now.
And they're coming up on some lap traffic, guys. Tom Mercier, I think, is one of them.
When we talked to Jared Darling, he said that him and Radman are gonna be buddies with
Oh,
this.
I guarantee you. Yep, you saw Jared Darling trying to make a move from the outside lane. Malai Radman follows him, but they have to get around this traffic right now.
Oh, it's getting tight. It's getting tight.
Oh my.
Here comes Jared Darling to the outside lane. Malai Radman is going to follow him. Where's Cody Miller going to go? Cody
That
Miller.
inside lane has no help. Miller gets a little tap.
Cody Miller is going to go to the bottom lane with Benjamin Nelson there, but to the lead, back to the lead, Jared Darling.
The only person that helped him was that 24 machine, but that was just enough to get him to the lead. Oh, but hold up.
Hold on,
Nice
Cody Miller with the big push. Wow, good push.
That was a great push by Cody Miller. Just pushed him back to the lead and pushed Radman and Darling back several spots.
And more lap traffic.
Yeah, just the lap traffic is just playing a factor to this as well. Here comes Eric Hall. They're about to lap down. Justin Lightspeed goes to the outside lane. Cody Miller as well. It's about to get really tight here. They all make it.
That got real close between Radman and Tyler.
Here's the thing. If they hit 5 laps to go, if the caution comes out, the race is over. So it's like, for the guys that are about a few spots back, they're going to have to need to make a move now.
So far, it's gone back to single file freight trading, but that doesn't mean that it's going to stay like this once we hit 6 laps.
Tyler Ducharme squeezed to the bottom lane, but Cody Griffin puts a big block on him. He's going to hang on to the 4th spot. Tyler Ducharme to the 5th spot.
Probably going to make a move to the outside. They took a peek, but it's not going to get anywhere.
Oh, hook job on Ben Nelson. Oh, there's a bunch of them going to go.
Saved it.
Benjamin Nelson saves it, but Cody Griffin goes around.
Still
No
green.
caution yet.
Still green on the raceway.
Oh my gosh. How did he do that?
Saved it? I have no idea. Unfortunate for Cody.
Here comes Jared Darling.
Here comes Jared Darling to the outside lane.
Hennessy.
Look at who's behind him. Spencer Owens all of a sudden into the picture.
Jared
He gets a big
Darling.
push for
Back
Jared
to the
Darling to the outside lane. 5.5 laps to go. Jared Darling back to the race lead. Spencer Owens to the 2nd spot.
And they clear him.
That was chaotic. Oh my god.
Woo!
This track, man. This.
I know it.
is amazing racing.
I don't care. I don't care what anybody says. You can take Martinsville, you can take New Hampshire, whatever you want. It's not as exciting as this is right here.
Well, look at this. Here comes Justin Lightspeed to the outside lane. Here
Spencer
comes
Owens.
Spencer
Oh,
Owens took
man,
a
he
peek.
looked.
He took a look. Just couldn't get up there. Malai Radman.
Radman's he's desperate for somebody to help him. Next flag would end the race, whether it be yellow or.
I want to see this go to check flag.
Oh yeah.
Everybody does.
Oh, contact! Oh, they're gonna save it? No, Malai! Oh no! And that will bring out the caution, and the race will be over.
Wrecked pretty bad. He is upside down.
No.
And Jared Darling's he's gonna get the win.
He's gonna take the checkered flag at Daytona in the most.
Oh my gosh!
How about 2 restricted plate races in a row for Jared Darling?
Well, let's go back and see if we can get a peek of that here. Let me pause this so it's not like playing while we're going, but let me take a look at this one more time as these guys are racing their hearts out right now. Jared Darling, but the one that got caught up in that was Cody Griffin, I believe, is the one that got caught up in it first, wasn't it?
No.
No.
Yeah. Malai
Radman, yeah. Okay, that's right. You're right. Okay, so let's ride along here with Malai Radman and watch the intensity of this here. Now, he gets a little tap there. They get together with Tyler Ducharme.
That's just close racing trying to get that side draft.
Yeah.
Or Malai was just trying so hard to get to the bottom lane. He thought he saw an opening and just could not quite save it. He overcorrected the car and hard into the outside wall he goes.
He gets tagged by a bunch of guys. Femi Olat, oh my gosh, I'm telling you, there's a bunch of them that got involved in that. Brendan Buzak, his car was totally destroyed. I don't know if Malai's going to be able to finish this race. He's going, but he's sideways.
Well, he wants to
Yeah.
try to stay on the racetrack, trying to finish
Yeah.
all these laps, and hopefully it sticks. And because points matter. I mean, that's a shame for
Golly.
Malad. And again, restricted plate tracks have not been too good with Malad.
Nope.
He was one of the dominant cars that I talked about, battling for the most laps led. And you know his terrible luck at super speedways. He always finds a way to just end up sideways somehow, and it continues here at Daytona near the end of the race.
Does this kind of make Jared Darling like a super speedway king or something?
Oh, he was in the right place at the right time this time around, just like Talladega a few weeks ago. How about Spencer Owens? So close to getting that win tonight. He's going to finish second, but yeah, you know, Spencer Owens had a shot to win at Talladega a few weeks ago. Unfortunately, got involved in that wreck, battling for the win. And Justin Lisby, consistent again. You know, he's being consistent. That's going to help him out. He's going to finish third. Cody Miller, you know, he won at Daytona, the season opener, but he's going to end up with fourth place finish. And Tyler Deshawn, top 5.
Yes, sir. And John Barry, I'm not going to forget John Barry. He's, you know, in 6th place after starting 23rd. That's pretty doggone good. And Tyler Ducharme started 25th, going to finish 7th. Caden Henry, another one from the back, started 27th. He's in 8th. Ben Nelson, unfortunately, he's going to lose just a few points here to Justin Lisenby. Justin led some lap. Ben did not. And he'll finish a few positions ahead of Ben, so he'll gain a few points on him for next week.
How about Benjamin Nelson? What a big save he had. I thought for sure he was gone. That was a big save. He's going to come savage this with a 9th place finish, but it could have been a lot worse for him, that's for sure.
I honestly thought there was going to be a caution when they both spun out, and I don't know how. I don't know. They both almost saved it. One of them did. The other one spun out, but it did not bring out a caution. If it did bring out a caution, we would be setting up a crazy restart. But either way, it was chaotic. The race till Radvik got a little bit sideways. It was you can't deny that was amazing and chaotic.
It was good racing. Look at Malad Radman. He is still on the racetrack. He's still 17th right now. He is smoking. He is sideways, but he is hoping that engine does not blow before the checkered flag, because 17, you know, like I said, points matter. And look at Eric Hall. He's just having to hang behind him. Can't pass him.
Yeah.
So he's just watching this. So great view for him.
Yeah, Malad's got it stem wound. That's all the faster it'll go.
Radman better hope that these next 3.5, 4 minutes, that engine does not expire.
All right, I think we're gonna get the. Are we gonna get the white flag this time? I think so.
We are going to get the white flag this time.
Yep. Very good. Very good.
How about Terrell Baker with a good run? Going to finish 7th. Caden Henry 8th. Ariotti, you know, he overcame an early wreck. He's going to finish in the top 10. So good run for some of these guys that we thought that they were going to be out of this race.
We're going to finish this race off with 16 lead changes, and there were a lot more swapping for the leads than it says for lead changes, but for 16 different laps we've had a different driver cross the line as the leader. But if iRacing were to count all the times the leader has switched on during green flag, under yellow, and all that sort of stuff, there'd be probably more than 30.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Now, think about this for Bristol next week. Drivers like Daniel Falkiam. You know, Daniel Falkiam, what a terrible round he's had. You know, he ran strong in the regular season, but just bad luck came into his favor in the last couple weeks. Last week at Homestead, got involved in a wreck. Tonight, he got involved in a wreck. He's mainly going to have to win at Bristol to make it into the round of 8. Will Klein, another driver in the playoffs, had a bad run tonight. He's going to need some help next week. He probably needs to win as well. Tom Mercier had a bad run tonight. So those 3 drivers I would be watching out for next week, because those are the drivers that needs it the most. Oh, absolutely.
Joseph can get the winner, and I can get second place, Spencer Owens.
That was good. Yep. Wow. I
What a
wish
race.
I wish this race went all the way to green. I mean, because
We would.
we could have had a different winner and a different outcome. Oh man, this was some great racing, but you know.
It sucks that it ends under yellow, but it was so chaotic and so amazing that it made up for it. At least the ending was pretty intense. That's all.
Oh yeah,
That's all we can say.
for sure. Well, here comes Jared Darling to take the checker flag. How about that? 2 wins this season now, both on restricted plate tracks. He gets the win tonight here at Daytona.
Congratulations to Jared Darlin. Man, he was at the right place at the right time when we had that little incident that didn't result in a caution, and he had the biggest run on Justin Lisenby. It was him at the time, was as the leader. He just overpowered him on the outside, and the next thing you know, he was in the lead. And ever since then, he just held on the lead until the caution came out.
All right, really, it's time to interview these guys. All right, Jared Darling, tonight's winner. Jared, congratulations on tonight's win. Tell us about the race.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe we did it again. Holy crap. The race was definitely wild, and when you interviewed me earlier, I said I was trying to keep it up front there, and really proud of myself for doing that. I kept it up in the top 5 basically all race, and really huge shout out to Malad. We worked together all race. He kind of got shuffled back there at the end, and we all got together, and it was wild there for a few laps, and then all of a sudden I look in my mirror, and there's my teammate, Spencer, just out of nowhere. I didn't even see him all race until right there, and then he pushed me by Justin there. And the caution came out, and we got a 1-2 for Iowa Corn, got another win, and advanced to the next round of the playoffs, so that's huge. So pretty pumped up about this one as well.
Yeah, that means next week, no matter what happens, you're in the round of 8. So, but of course, we want to see you get the win next week as well. You guys are going to Bristol, correct?
I think so.
Oh, you think so?
I'm really not sure. I'm sure. I think it's Bristol.
All right. Well, if it is Bristol, what is your how are you going to perform there? What are we expecting at you?
Bristol is actually my favorite racetrack, so I'm very excited for Bristol too. This momentum right here, a couple of wins in the last few weeks, and Bristol is my favorite and probably best racetrack. So I'm looking, I'm locked in, so nothing to lose. Let's go in there and get another win. That's what I'm trying to do, and I love Bristol. It's my favorite track.
Well, anybody you got to thank for this win tonight?
Oh yeah, lots of people. You guys for broadcasting. I got to thank Malad really a lot. We just worked together all race. He messaged me before the race like, "Hey, let's do this thing now. Let's work together." I was like, "All right," and we qualified first and third, and we tried to stay there as much as we could. And it's awesome. Shout out to Spencer Owens for the help at the end there. And we got a 1-2. That's awesome. And Iowa Corn Motorsports. Josh kind of missed the start of the race, so he wasn't able to really race. But at least we got a 1-2 here. And I don't see TCB up here winning. But anyway, so
Wow.
let's see who else. Everybody for watching, tuning in every week. And then John Barry for putting this wonderful league on. I love this league so much. And that's I think that's about it.
Well, congratulations on the win tonight. Your second win of the season. Of course, you got the win a few weeks ago at Talladega. Another win tonight here at Daytona. That means next week, it's just only for the win for you since you're locked into the playoffs for the round of 8 in a couple weeks. So best of luck to you next week at Bristol, and go celebrate this win tonight.
I will. Thank you.
All right, Taylor, you got second place?
Oh, yeah, I do. Spencer Owens, this is Taylor Fry up in the MaxSpeedTV broadcast booth. Do you have a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Man, you came home second after starting 24th. How does it feel to get second place at a track that was at a race that was very chaotic?
It means a lot, to be honest with you. Like you mentioned, I started way in the back, and we're just riding it out like we did Talladega. And we got the result we wanted to, actually, out of this week, unlike Talladega a few weeks ago. It's really cool to see Iowa Corn go 1-2 again. Hopefully we can keep doing it for every week, and
just go on the next week and try to do it again.
How confident are you heading into Bristol next week?
Coming off the second place, I'm pretty confident now. Hopefully we can go into Bristol and just get some good times down and hopefully come out with the top 10.
If this race were to stay green the rest of the way, do you think you may have had a shot to pass Jared Darling for the lead, for the win at least?
I think I could have. I was going to, and then I heard them wrecking, and I was like, oh, I better wait for a little bit. And unfortunately, the yellow did come out. But if it did go green, we were going to be close on fuel, so that could have been another thing that could have came into play. But he had front end damage, so I think I could have had a little bit of a chance to at least try to go fight him for a win. But good for him though. Good for Iowa Corn. Good for him. Good for winning.
So you got a second place at Daytona, and I mean, you're really confident about Bristol. Who do you have to thank for this second place?
I gotta thank you guys for the broadcast. Gotta thank Revin for putting on the shows. I hopefully put on good shows for the fans. I gotta thank everybody out in chat for showing up and putting out some support for the cars. I gotta thank Jared, Robin. I gotta thank a lot of the guys from Iowa Corn. A lot of new guys coming on next year. Just really trying to go against T-Speed Motorsports. I don't see any of them in the top 3 yet, so we'll be fighting with them in the weeks to come.
All right, congratulations on your second place, Spencer, and we are looking forward to see what you got for us at Bristol.
Thank you, guys.
All right, I'll take third place here. Justin Lisby, you got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got you, Joe.
Well, another top 3 finish for you. You've been consistent, so good run tonight. Tell us about your race.
We're trying to go a little bit more conservative at the beginning because it just felt a little bit too sketchy out there. Later in the race, we tried to move up and hopefully push for a win, but unfortunately that caution came out, kind of cost us the win because I think we would have had something there for the finish, but other than that, consistency is key, and luckily we got that.
Now, you're going into Bristol next week. How confident are you there for that race?
I hate that place.
All right, well, there goes the confidence right out the window. All right, so I don't expect anything from you, I guess, especially since I'm on your car. Thanks a lot. Looks
like you're not getting paid next week.
Yeah, I'm not paying you. Not with that attitude. Well, again,
fine. There we go. I love that place. I'll do great.
Okay, thanks, man. It makes me feel a lot better. Well, again, you had a good run tonight. This definitely helps you have a good cushion for to make the round of 8. Obviously, things can still happen at Bristol, but you did really well tonight. I feel this helps you for next week as well. So Bristol, you say you didn't have confidence, but hopefully you do.
Yeah,
hopefully
I'm not the biggest fan. I don't think I really have much speed there, to be completely honest with you guys.
Well, we'll definitely keep an eye out on you next week. Anybody you gotta thank for your third place tonight?
Well, first, obviously you, Joe, for the big time sponsor. Everybody here at MaxSpeedTV for broadcasting, and John Barry for putting on Nork and everything he does for us.
All right, well, good job on third place tonight, and Terrell ain't here. Can I get a yeehaw?
I don't think I really have it in me.
Oh my god.
Yeehaw.
Let's see here. Yeah, I don't want my voice to do what it normally does, and today I'm not really feeling it. I'm sorry to let everybody down.
All right, well,
I really do.
But
I'm not good at those yeehaws.
Well, if you win,
there goes that sponsorship.
Yeah, there goes that sponsorship too.
Unfortunately,
if that's in the contract, you have to do that. But anyways,
I am not aware of this contract. Write me one out.
Oh, it's kind of classified between me and TCB. Okay. Anyways,
and I can't even see it.
Oh yeah, you can't see it. So anyways, well, congrats on third place, and if you do win any time before the season's over, you have to do the yeehaw for us.
All right.
But you have to
I'll sign that contract.
You have to practice. All right, well, congrats on third place. Good luck next week at Bristol, and hopefully we'll talk to you again next week.
Yeah, thank you, Joe.
All right, Joseph, let's run down through the final results here. And pulled up here. All right, Jared Darling coming home with the win. Spencer Owens, his teammate, finishing second. Justin Lisenby third. Cody Miller fourth. Tyler Ducharme rounds out the top 5. John Barry with a 6th place finish. Terrell Baker, TCB, there he is, 7th place. Caden Henry 8th. Ben Nelson 9th. And Ari Audi rounds out the top 10. Joe?
Scott Ramler finishes 11th. Corey Ott finishes 12th. Sean Williams ends up 13th. Tony Hilbrands 14th. James Koulibaly will finish out in the top 15. How about Malad Radman? He actually made it to the checkered flag on that blown engine. Don't know how he did it, but he did. He will unfortunately end up 16th. He's going to have a good race next week at Bristol. Cody Griffin had a good run tonight. Unfortunately, he had a late spin. He will end up in the 17th spot. Eric Hall, last car to finish on the lead lap. He will end up 18th. And then Tom Mercier, playoff driver, needs a good run next week at Bristol. He will finish 19th. And then Elijah Drew Gracia will round out the top 20.
Taylor?
Will Klein will finish the race 21st, the first car 2 laps down. Daniel Folkingham, who unfortunately got involved in the second wreck of the race, will round out the field 22nd. Brandon Buzak will round out the field 23rd. He actually had the fastest lap out of the entire race. Just very unfortunate that he ends up 23rd after being up. He was in the mid pack of the field, and I think his highest point was somewhere in the top 10, but he'll finish 23rd. Fabio Lat had a mysterious problem costing him ultimately the race, but it took him a lap down, and then he got involved in 2 accidents that he could have gotten the lucky dog from. He'll finish 5 laps down, 24th. Bobby Cheney will finish 25th, 7 laps down. Josh Robin, 26th, 12 laps down. Freddie De La Rosa will finish 27th, 30 laps down. And rounding out the drivers who actually started this race would be Chuck Sweeting, who finished 47 laps down in 28th. And Keaton Jones didn't start the race, so he will get dead last in 29th.
All right, very good. Well, congratulations again to Jared Darling. I hope everybody watching had a good time and enjoyed the race as much as we did, because it was amazing. All 177 people that tuned in here tonight, man. That was pretty amazing. So thanks for watching, folks. Until next time, Joseph, thank you. Taylor, thank you. And thanks to all the viewers. Till next time, stay safe and have a good night. MaxSpeedTV would like to thank our partners here at MaxSpeedTV, starting with the Colby Eye Paints. If you're in the market for a new paint job for your car, check out Colby's Eye Paints on Facebook. Need a replica paint of your real-life car? Colby's Eye Paints has you covered. Check out Colby Eye Paints on Facebook. Also by Hershey Design. Hershey Design Company is your one-stop graphics shop. If you're in need of an iRacing paint, league, team, or business logo, or want the logo on some sweet swag, hit up Orion at the Hershey Design Company. You can find them on Facebook by searching HERSHY Design Company. Also by the Sim Speed Shop, simspeedshop.com. You can check them out for all your iRacing sim needs. Ohio IndyCar League jumping on board this season with as an official sponsor of MaxSpeedTV. They are also accepting not just patrons from Ohio, but from all over. Also, iBog for all your iRacing broadcast overlay graphics done specifically by Jason Allison, one of the masters at it. So thank you to Jason. And also, last but not least, Wise Guys. You can check them out at Reverb Nation. That is spelt with a Z. So check them out on Reverb Nation. We would like to thank all of the sponsors at MaxSpeedTV and partners.